Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh!
Good morning. Good morning to me, at least, and to those of you who live generally in my time zone. But hello, everybody, and welcome to another chill art stream. We got a funny story. You remember getting back home from kindergarten years ago, and you watched You Think SpongeBob in Your Life Part 3. That is super fun. That is super, super fun. Hello, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. So, let's go ahead. First off, despite how exciting the music is right now, I am so chill this morning. It is a rainy day outside. Here, can we even, like, this music is almost too high. We're gonna skip over. Okay, here we go. It is storming outside. We got kitties at the window, hanging out and chilling. She's watching birds. The birds are going crazy. I think a lot of, like, worms and bugs have come out of the ground, so there's just birds everywhere. And so, she's watching the birds. But yeah, you watched thank you for, the Rehydrated was very fun to work on. Hey Wug, hey Benji. But yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about what we're gonna do on stream today, alright? So first off, I guess we can go ahead and cover the fact that we have been working on Avatar. And here's a tiny little... We are attempting something crazy with this video. And that's the idea that we're doing another Nicktoons parody. And in this Nicktoons, I wanted to try to incorporate a Jimmy Neutron character. And the problem is, Jimmy Neutron characters, that is indeed Sheen. Jimmy Neutron characters are 3D instead of 2D, when every other Nicktoon is 2D. So we're attempting to see if we can animate Sheen in a 2D style. How long does it take?
Looking at it now, it looks a lot better.
Yeah?
Yeah, coming back to it, it looks a lot better.
How long does it take to make an animation? Well, for example, this video that we're working on is going to be 1.5 minutes long, and that's going to take us a little over a month of work to put in. Are you going to finish that croissant? It was the Nick Avatar. So our goal is that, here, I can show you some scenes here. We've got, okay, let me go to the title here. The idea is that the main two characters are Aang and Katara, but it's still the way of Nicktoons instead of the way of water, and so all of the other characters are going to be Nicktoons characters. For example, if we just go through some of this, here we have like the main female lead character from the Avatar movie, and we are replacing that with Katara. So that's something I animated recently. We got the sun through the leaves on her face as she's looking around. A lot of tiny little gestures. Hello, good morning, Keaton. Hi. Yeah, the crossover with Fairly Odd Parents, they do go 2D, but they're in Butch Hartman style. They're 2D in the Fairly Odd Parents style, and that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to see if we could replicate the real Jimmy Neutron style, just in 2 dimensions. Some other stuff we've completed, like, fully. We've got this over-the-head shot of these, like, you know, avatar birds. And in our version, we've got this anime water, and they're all riding on different, the sky bisons from...
Appa.
Yeah, so, I mean, Appa is the name of one sky bison, but I think we have to assume...
They're all Appa.
They're all Appa. But if we look closely here, you can barely see it. Let me full screen this for you. We've got Aang, we've got Katara, we've got Lincoln from the Loud House, we've got Timmy Turner, and we got Sam from Danny Phantom. Deanie Findin. So a lot of different things. The live action version of the anime? No, we couldn't do that. That'd be way too crazy. We try to limit how much filming we have to do for these movie trailer videos. Because filming takes us, you know, if a video would take us a month to make for it to be animation for a minute and a half, if we had to include filming too, it would be like 2 months.
Ooh, yeah. And it's
Skipper the Penguin would be very funny.
Is that Nickelodeon?
Technically, yes. Their
Oh,
show,
man.
their show was on Nick. We can put them in group shots.
Yeah.
I feel like we should put all 4 of the penguins into a group shot.
We'll find them.
You used your SpongeBob theory and made a video on it. Very fun. So other shots that we've completed, because we have a lot of stuff that we started working on. Like, for example, we have this shot here. Huge, crazy shot where I'm going to be replicating the 3D movement here. You know, we've got these 4 characters jumping on these vines, a ton of 3D movement. I can show you my progress for that. And it's going to look like a mess because it's in the 3D program, and there's just a whole lot of stuff going on here. But if I go in here, you can generally see that we've got some stuff going on. So I have this, like, here, can I do it? This is the final version. Can I unclick stuff? All right. So this is, like, we got anime art, like, of that same environment, and a 3D track that if I click through here, we 3D tracked this scene so that it actually one-to-one matches the original movie trailer. There's a lot of the assets that are missing, such as the vines that actually go to the center, and then we have to animate the characters on top. But this is like an example of how we've got this anime version of the scene. And I actually did all this background art. Most of it was like Photoshop filtering. I Photoshop filtered to make it look painterly, and then I would actually paint texture on top of it. Which has been a lot better for me than having to actually try to paint it straight through. But yeah, Blender, yes sir, Blender is the way to go for me. We are not gonna pay for a 3D program. So today, we're gonna animate a couple of different shots. We're not gonna be painting, because I've discovered that painting is a long and often an unsuccessful process for me. And so today we're gonna animate some characters. Specifically, I want to animate this shot right here, where we've got Aang is going to be sitting on Appa, flying through. We already started the process on this, so some of the assets I'll be able to throw in, but then I'm gonna still have to draw his face, still get some facial expressions there. I believe he blinks, so we might match the blink, yeah. So we're gonna do that shot, and then from there we're gonna figure out what the next shot is. Like, we might animate, I might animate this. We
Give you 17.
Yeah, 17 is when we got SpongeBob doing the bow and arrow.
Uh-huh.
I might do that. Another thing we might do is this shot right here, where we've got a bunch of the flying creatures are flying by, and we've got this one Navi alien avatar person who is blowing a horn. And what we're gonna do, and unfortunately, no, I'm not up for too many collabs right now. Right now, we mainly reach out to collabs for people who can like help us animate for stuff and whatnot. So we're not very big on jumping into collabs currently. The Rehydrated was one of our biggest collabs, just with because that was a giant group effort thing. But basically, my idea is we can switch this alien with Squidward playing the clarinet, and I think you already.
I have
Perfect.
a still pose of Squidward
So
playing.
she posed him, and now we can animate him from there. Yes.
I'll send it to you here in just a second.
What is my stream? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Very interesting.
I mean, I can see it.
Yeah. I'm just being given the actual warning. That's so funny. Again, because it is storming where we are, who knows if we're going to have more technical difficulties on stream today. So, you know. My to-do list. Go to work, go to work, go to work. So yeah.
Us.
Huh?
I said that's us.
Yes. So at the minimum, I think we're going to go ahead and conquer... We're going to completely finish this scene today. And then we might go ahead and animate Squidward in this shot, but we're not going to get to all the flying creatures. Because that's going to be taking an Appa 3D model, animating it in 3D space, and then having to do toon shading on top of that, which is very complex. And I think that's pretty much all I'm going to aim to do today on stream. We could potentially jump into this shot here. This is gonna be SpongeBob is taking the place of this human, and he's holding a bow and arrow. So we can try to maybe do that too.
I'll send you all that.
Rain is very relaxing. It is very, very relaxing, and the kitty is absolutely. We actually have both kitties. The second kitty is down in this little basket. They like it. It's kind of like almost a hammock for them. And so she's down there, and then she is wagging her tail. She's in hunter mode 100%. Just looking at the little birds. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh wait, I guess I can show you the last couple of shots that we did. So we've got this helicopter taken off in this factory environment, and I instead brought back the Nickelodeon blimp that we made for the Space Jam video. So we've got this really cool Nickelodeon blimp, but it's cartoon shading this time, and here we have it taken off. And instead now we've kind of represented the factory as if it's making Nickelodeon slime. The next live stream on Wednesday, so I've been mulling it over. I was thinking we could start the Minecraft building Bikini Bottom stream. And my idea is that I won't stream all of the Minecraft content. Basically, I will plan to on stream do the most interesting things. And then in between streams, I'll go in and like mine a bunch of resources and stuff. That way when we start the next stream, it's not just like, hey guys, I'm mining for another, hour. So hopefully the streams will condense to just like, oh, this is when I'm building Bikini Bottom, basically. But the first stream will be having to survive and not, fall apart into many bite-sized pieces. Sounds like I'm playing a Lego game. The last two shots I have for show and tell right now is we've got this shot where the alien guy turns around, and then we've got this shot where this kid alien looks up with smoke behind him, and I think you can tell what shot that one is. But revealing it, we have Jorgen von Strangle in front of a very, very subliminal subscribe message. I could make a skin in Minecraft. I currently have a skin in Minecraft that I enjoy. I don't know if I would make a new one per se. I could make one that was like a fish character. That'd be funny. And then the second shot here. I want you guys to what do you think of this? What do you think of Sheen? He looks 3D, but he's cartoon shaded. What do you think of this? I want your honest opinions here on us attempting to put Sheen into a 2D world. Do you think this works? Thank you, Zach. That is very appreciated. You're so kind. What day is it coming out? This video, we don't know. If you're talking about the stream, that's Wednesday. If you're talking about the video where all of the Minecraft videos get posted together, who knows? That's far in the future. But this video here should be posted probably the start of August. No, we have the login app, don't we?
It's not working.
Really? Just...
Try them?
Yeah.
Okay.
You had a card game with your blind friend? That's very neat.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a card game that... How did you play that card game? Is it a card game that is specifically made like Braille? Or is it like shaped cards? Like, what card game did you play? I'm very curious about that. I love stuff like that when it comes to how they've made certain games accessible for blind people. It's really a cool thing. I'm a huge fan of Dungeons and Dragons, and if you are familiar with... That's really cool, Braille cards, that's so cool. So what game did you play? But I love Dungeons and Dragons, and Dungeons and Dragons, you know what, I could actually maybe show you? It's not new, right? But they have all the funny shaped dice. And so I found there's a company online that actually makes Braille dice so that people can play dice games, and they'll just feel whatever the top numbers that they rolled, which is so cool. I love that kind of stuff. He needs to be softly shaded. If I softly shade him though, then he won't match all the harshly shaded characters, you know? Like this is the cartoon shading. Like the, you know, the cartoon movie shading. You know, like in cartoon movies, they'll always have like a little bit of extra shading. Like that's what I'm replicating here, is cartoon movie shading. So... yeah. We couldn't do a parody of the Chippendale Rescue Rangers, mainly because we missed out on it. We can only really afford, because you know how it takes us so long to make these videos, and it costs us a lot of money. We hire animators, we hire artists. We can only really afford to do movie trailer parodies for movies that haven't come out yet. Once a movie comes out, we get a lot less views after the fact. And so we really have to aim for movies that haven't come out yet, and that's the only reason. We just missed out on it. That would have been a fun one to do. We just actually missed out on it. And so if you see movies that are yet to come out, recommend us those. Recommend us movies that haven't come out yet, because that's the ones that we still have an opportunity to get a lot of good views for. And so we're trying to help this channel grow, and that's the only way we can. Unfortunately, we're limited right now because we can only make so many videos a year. I don't know what happened in Japan. Did something crazy happen?
I don't think it's appropriate.
If it's not appropriate...
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, then if it's not appropriate, my wife knows. She'll let me know later, so let's not chat about that, I suppose.
Garrett was talking about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Where's your phone?
I got it right here. Here's your code. But, appreciate you at least inquiring, Keaton. But yeah, let's not chat about it if it's crazy. Let's keep a light and happy mood, and let's go ahead and start animating Aang. So we're gonna jump in. I have already brought this shot over into After Effects. I also have already pre-done the background. This background, because it's blurry and away in the background, it's away in the background, and it's kind of blurry and far, you know, you don't see it too well. We can get away with... Is something wrong? Is something logging in? We can get away with actually just using a photo filter. So, if I have no idea where I put this, probably images and textures, and it should be right here. Alright, so I basically took that actual background, I edited out the main actor, and then put a big old, like, Photoshop filter on it. It's a cheap way to do this, but I think it's gonna work just fine for this one shot. I feel like SpongeBob's probably listening to the entirety of the like SpongeBob show soundtrack right now. That's what he's listening to. Squidward is bald. Yeah, so that's the funny thing is that we're not adding like the ponytail to anybody. Like we're kind of skipping the whole like actual Avatar lore. So yeah, that's completely being ignored. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to match the movement here. The background is going to very slightly move and reveal this like hill on the side. So, actually, you know what's funny is that I feel like I need to make it bigger. Okay, so we're gonna make it slightly bigger. And this is a very easy animation to do. We're just gonna put a keyframe there, go to the end, put a keyframe here, maybe even push it down a bit more because we have the black bar to help us out. And now in the middle, I might just go ahead and move these handles so that we have some like waviness going on. Let me look at the original really quick, and then we'll compare that to what I just did. Okay. And I'm comparing to... Hey, that looks great! That looks great. Okay, really quickly, I'm going to add in our aspect ratio bars. That way we match the movie trailer look. Okay. So it's super cheap, but this works just fine. It's also funny, I guess that's the camera rotation, because it's going the wrong way if you think about it. So, This is absolutely a weird camera rotation thing. Because this makes it look like he's going backwards. Do I want to not properly replicate that? I mean, we're gonna have to match it, because in the side-by-side, people will notice that the backgrounds are going the different directions. You know what I will do? I'll scale it up as well. That way it looks more like a camera move, and not just the background, like, moving weird. Actually, you know, we'll scale it down. So we'll have it scaled down here, and we're gonna scale it up at the start. That way it looks like it's slowly moving away from the camera. Because I'm trying to make it still look like it's going away. That kind of works. I'm okay with that. Now we can animate Aang. That was a quick thing. Attack the power. Yeah, so the thing is, this movie trailer has a bunch of group shots with huge crowds of people. And that's the perfect opportunity for us to add in all the Nicktoons. Like this shot here, we need a ton of Nicktoons for this background. Were you using my laptop? Why don't you just jump back on my laptop?
Downstairs. I'm just trying to send you the file.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, so we have group shots, and I think we can go ahead and try to fit some of those characters in the background there. 2012? What is it, the old 3D one? I feel like the old 3D one, again, any 3D character is harder for us to implement. The beginning of the Muppet movie? That's funny. I don't remember what that looks like. Maybe maybe the character's the one who scales out. That could be a difference. Hi, Lyndon! Welcome to the stream. Hey, Crazy Kids Vlogs. So let's go ahead and let's jump into Animate. Let's see, where's my Animate file? First, we're gonna just, you know, here's our sheen, our despairing sheen. Oh gosh, it just closed out like every window I'd open.
I don't think you're gonna be able to put them in.
Okay. All right, I will have to open up our Aang file, and then we can get to animating. From 1978. I'm not very... the year... Yes, hello. Well, okay, I try to talk to the people in chat. I feel like I'm fairly okay at doing that. I might not always be looking at the chat, but I do try to check it. Project files. Let's go ahead and bring in... Oh, no, I need character files? Yes. And let's open up our Aang. Now, she, previously, Katrina, has...
Smells like me?
You?
Am I she?
She had sketched out this, like, bit of his torso with the wind hitting it. So we're just going to have to kind of take that element. And I don't know if she also did the arm? Yeah, okay, we have one arm there.
Or did both?
Okay, no, it's all just invisible currently. Sweet, we have a lot of stuff going on here.
I tried to do that.
And... was there also... Okay, you did not do the saddle, I suppose? Oh, because there's the whole thing. Yeah, cool. Cool. Well, we will take this and copy and paste it. File, new. Kermit was in soft. I think I did see that original one. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the 80s. I think it'd be really funny, and a really funny gag for people who are looking at it, if we did the 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but each one was in a different style. Because there's been all of the different styles throughout the years. I think that would be really funny. Just to represent... How many cartoon styles do they have? I know they had the 3D one in 2012. They had the recent cartoon one that was 2D. They had the 80s one. Is there another style?
There's the vile live action style.
We could do the live action style. That'd be funny. The 4th one can just be like a turtle. Just like or a Koopa from Super Mario. Alright, let me paste all this in here. Another thing I want to do really quick is actually have this original video as a reference. So we're going to go ahead and export this so that we can have it in Animate. And then I can go ahead and actually know what I'm doing. Alright. I know when I do things up on the top screen, you have like, you have no idea what I'm doing, so I try not to do stuff up here too often. But I'm currently just putting this in a place, so we're gonna put it in reference files. We're gonna go into Motion Recordings, and this is AVA 6. Okay. So we're gonna render that, and I'll be able to go ahead and drag that into Animate. Alright, Motion Recordings, AVA 6. Actually, let me go ahead and make a new layer for it so I'm not overwriting anything. Cat Dog? Yeah, we'll easily throw Cat Dog in. Because we already have, for the characters that we already have, like, if you've seen them in one of our videos before, there's a big chance that they'll show up again in a Nicktoons video, just because we already have drawn their character model. So we might as well just literally just plop that in. Having to draw new characters, that's where we're more limited. It's less likely for us to draw a new character.
It takes a lot of time.
Yes. Oh wait, I did it wrong. Alright, now we've got our reference. It's apparently 1 frame longer, which is funny. Okay. So, if I'm gonna match this, we might not end up using this specific arm. So we'll probably not use that arm, and we'll have to do our own thing. You know what's hilarious is that because anime characters in general match real human proportions, I could physically just trace this arm here, and then use that, which we might end up doing. So, I kind of want to... turn the legs off. What's the rest of this? Is this just it looping? Okay, it is. So this is the arm, which doesn't have animation. It does not. This is the other arm. Okay, cool. No, we're not doing Jackbox on Wednesday. We do Jackbox on the first Wednesday of each month. So it's not very often, but we try to keep it special. For other Wednesday streams, I will be playing video games, and I'll be hanging out with chat as I play video games. Hey, welcome, Mr. Goobers. Welcome to the chat. Thank you, hun. All right, so I'm gonna try to condense all of this into one, so that it's easier to move and animate. So we're just gonna copy all of the frames. I'm going to just honestly, this is how I like to do this. I have all this data, I have to put it into one thing. So I'm gonna make a big old shape. I'm gonna convert this thing into a symbol, which is like basically a prepackaged kind of asset that you can reuse if you wanted to. And I'm gonna call this Aang Body. Now when I click into here, everything grays out. I'm currently only editing what's inside here. And I can go ahead and from here, paste all that data I copied previously. And there we go. Now, it all moves as one, but I can click inside and still edit each individual part, which is nice. I might not include the arms. Yeah, let's not include the arms in there. I just want this pre-animated. That looks so good. Okay, so now that we have that put in there, we can go ahead and delete it from the top. And I don't think any of this... Oh yeah, the legs have a little bit of animation, don't they? Let's go ahead and name our layers so I know what I'm looking at. Leg 1. You know, with proper naming convention of just saying 1 and 2. Leg 2. This is the bottom of the far arm. We are not going to actually use that layer. This is the torso. All of them are made from Nickelodeon slime. It's like that one episode from SpongeBob when they have the patties that are made of gray goo. How did Merman and Barnacle Boy go in the real world? Well, in that episode it's revealed that they are the ones who made the Murmur remote, which is also the universe button, to help SpongeBob get to the real world. And so because that's their Murmur remote, the idea is that they knew it started getting faulty. And they explain that in episode 3, but basically they pressed the button to go to the real world at one point, but the actual remote got left behind in Bikini Bottom. which is the same thing that happens to SpongeBob and Patrick later in episode 2. So the idea is that back in the day, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy created that remote, and that's how they actually got to Bikini Bottom in the first place in our canon. And they would go back and forth to the real world and this other world where they can somehow breathe water for no good reason. And also that's why they're humans that are the same size as the cartoons. But one time they teleported back to the real world and accidentally that remote stayed. Same thing happened to SpongeBob and Patrick, which is how Plankton eventually comes to the real world, is because he finds the button there. Which is also what Mr. Krabs, Sandy, and Squidward do, is they find the button in his house. Which, I guess at the end of our 6 episodes, the button is still in SpongeBob's house.
Yeah.
And once the universes combined, I guess that SpongeBob's house is now in...
Somewhere.
It's somewhere. I never even thought about that, but that remote just perpetually stayed in SpongeBob's house for people to be able to press the button and enter.
Leaves the opportunity for more people to come here.
Once we had the universe portals, we just completely forgot about the remote, and we're like, it's not really important for the plot anymore. Alright, let's go ahead and start posing this. Oh, the anchor point is in a funny spot. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and also do the same thing I just did with the body for these legs. So we're gonna copy the frames. Hey. Legend of Korra, yeah. Yeah, the live-action Avatar movie, I know, has been long disparaged for not being the best interpretation of the live-action version of the Avatar series. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and put like one leg there. And then here are these keyframes. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing with the other leg, just so I can copy and paste all this stuff and have it easier to edit. I'm gonna call this leg 2. And we'll paste our frames back in here. Alright, and his second leg. Where is his second leg? It looks like it's actually generally right here. No, that's the wing of the animal. Okay, well, we'll just put it here, and I'm actually gonna put it behind his body because I want his arm to be over top. We're not gonna have a one-to-one match for this character compared to the original, but that's okay. Also, am I able to, extend the body? We're just gonna go through each of the frames and extend the body here. All right, we'll see you when you're right back. What monitor? Well, that would be nice. That would be better than the laptop having a problem. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we still need to get the converter. Yeah. We just need to Amazon it. We just keep talking about it. Okay, let's see if that looks good. Because we're gonna have his arm kind of cover up anyway. Okay, that looks really great. Oh, I also realize. See, this torso is a different proportion a little bit to. I mean, because this is a cartoon character compared to what's supposed to be an alien version of a real life person. Alright, let's go ahead and add in the arm. Although I might end up tracing my own arm. I think we can keep the top part of his arm here. Let's unlock everything. Keyframes, okay. This looks good, we're gonna keep this. I'm gonna have to make it bigger because accidentally the whole scene just got bigger. Okay. We'll take this. Oop, nope. Trying to keep the shapes looking good, and generally trying to match the art style of Aang. Alright, there we go. Doing a realistic, like, representation of human muscle is always tough. Okay, and I think his hand will just kind of go off frame here, so that we don't even have to worry about the hand. So... is this good? What's the original look like? Oh, do we not have the original anymore? Did I cover it up? Oh no, it's not here. It's in here. So that's what it looked like originally, huh? Okay. Oh, I see. He's got a really big head. I'm gonna have to replicate that, because just in general, anime characters have giant heads. There's just a little bit... I'm trying to get the proportions up here. I'm not sure what exactly I'm doing that is making me like... When will Cooper come back? When we start Season 3 of Spongebob in Your Life. I had a weird idea. What was it? I think I had an idea for a Spongebob in Your Life episode in a dream last night. Yeah, like in my dream I was planning an episode of Spongebob in Your Life and I liked the idea. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Alright, we'll go ahead and line this up. Okay, that looks a little bit better to line up the armpit where it's supposed to be. And then I'm going to also add in this general line. Because this like is the shoulder muscle, basically. Awesome. It's hard to even tell if I've done it quite right yet because I don't have the head in, and so it's, you know, hard to tell. What I'm actually going to do next is use our original movie trailer to inspire the arm here because I want a straight out arm, and I obviously need it to look generally human-like. So, what better thing to do than just actually tracing a real arm? Now, we do have to add in Aang's, like, blue tattoo thing here. Also, let's go ahead and round off these edges. Also, I think we need to make it smaller because I think his arms in general are smaller. Okay. I don't want him to look like Popeye. I'd have too big of forearms. That's cool. Yeah, getting inspiration in sleep is very nice. It's like, wow, I didn't have to work for that one. My brain just gave it to me. Alright, we'll move that right in here. Are these thicker lines? Or is it just because it's bigger? Because that's 4, and this is also 4, but I scaled it up. What's better? Do I like that? I think... I'm trying to figure out which line I like more. Because I can just make these lines match it. So let's go ahead and click this, and make all the lines... I'm gonna guess 6? No, that's too much. 5? Okay, it's generally a 5. The hard part that we're about to be facing is actually doing Aang's head and face, which is the most important part. Okay, something's very wrong with the proportions. I think this whole arm bit is very much too big. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the reference here so we can just look at our version. Okay. Sure. I mean, that's cool. I'm not against this. I think I'm going to add in another layer really quick, just to give his body a little bit of definition, because I know that this is in our costume design. Yeah, in our costume design, we've got like this other yellow bit underneath, or maybe I'll do it in red. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and copy his like red sash here, basically. Although not actually having it over, because, okay, no, actually, I can't do the red sash. We're just gonna do more yellow. A prison full of human and cartoon criminals? Absolutely. That is a fantastic idea, and that's absolutely what will happen when he breaks out. That is fun. We're going full, like, Looney Tunes movie, basically, with these videos. Alright, so if I just fill this in... That is the wrong color. Why is it... Yeah, no, it's legitimately just... Oh. Right. For some reason, my program stopped picking colors correctly. And now I have to click into the symbol just to actually get the color right. Alright. Hopefully, if the body is seen that low, I know we have our black bars that are going to cover up most of this, but if it is seen there, that will help. Alright, we will animate the arms a tiny bit to kind of make him look like he's, like, you know, holding on during this, but I think drawing the head is the most important part. So, we have to match this expression. This is a worried, thoughtful expression.
The camera caught Luna jumping up on the window.
Oh, did. I hope that the kitty is plenty entertaining for you all, because she is having a great old time looking at birds. Are there birds in the tree, ma'am? Yeah? Hey G Gaming, welcome to the stream. I am nearly finished. I need a coaster when I have ice water. There's so much condensation on this. Here I could use my Pringles can top for a coaster. That's hilarious. Okay, so let's go ahead and, I think at this point what I need to do is actually find a reference image. So I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna type in Aang. Alright. So we've got Aang. And I just need to find something that matches. So we've got... We might have to combine a couple of these images, because also wait, what does our model look like? Would our model just work? Our model might just work, ironically, but I don't know if I... You know what's funny is I really think our model might just work. It's super like we're just gonna use our model for this one. Well, we can trace heads later, but right now, our model that we made is perfect. You're welcome. I did this one.
Well, I wasn't looking. I just assumed that it was the one that I did.
Alright, we're gonna copy the layer. We're gonna bring this in. We're gonna put this on the very top. Paste layer. Alright, now we have two heads. I don't need the second one. Also, we will see, but if I make this head bigger and then... Oh, wrong way, but we can rotate it. Is that close to the right proportion? Gosh. He's got a smaller head in here. We're kind of replicating an almost older Aang. Okay, the head needs to be a little smaller. The head does need to be a little smaller. This is a bit too big. Oh, this is the hardest thing, is to make it not uncanny. We're gonna have to add shadows in as well. So that's one thing we're kind of missing right now. Okay, I like that. I think what I want to do is do all of the animation in the head inside a symbol so we can animate it on the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and convert this to a symbol and call this Aang head. His noggin. Welcome, Sir Alex Comics. Just woke fresh. Very nice. He is pretty emotionless, but I think it's a good start, you know? Like, hey, William Dudley. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so inside here, we can go ahead and separate this, because right now, all this is a bunch of art, and if I, like, take one piece of the art out, it's just, like, transparent, so that's not very usable. So we're going to have to take this and turn it into a bunch of layers that we can actually use. So I'm going to cut this out, I'm going to make a new layer, place it right back where it needs to go, and we're going to call this pupil left. We're going to do the same thing with the pupil right. Oh, but not the white of the eye. Alright. Cut that out. Pupil right. Because I'm going to want to animate these pupils a little bit. Alright, now if we don't look at them anymore, we can make sure the eyes are filled with the white. No, what? No. Give me that layer. Alright. So now we can animate the pupils, that's good. I'm actually going to go ahead and convert them to symbols as well, because they're easier to animate if I do it that way. I think I also want to be able to animate the eyebrows, to give them like a little bit of like a, oh, he's like moving his eyebrows. It was your birthday this past Wednesday. Yeah, did you get to, I think you jumped into the chat on the stream, maybe. We might have, did we have like multiple people? We had multiple people, I think, with their birthday this week. So happy birthday to everybody. 20 years, nice, nice. Very good. Oh man. That just like, just fresh. That's the thing about these Saturday morning streams is, oh, so tired. You know, it's been a full week. I think the eyes and the eyebrows, the only things I want to animate here. We can maybe slightly animate the mouth, but I don't think it's necessary. Alright. We can make an eyebrow left. Alright. Turn these off. Add back in his skin tone. Please click the right one. Uh-oh. He's a me character. Alright. Oh, we're gonna have him blink. I don't even know what Aang looks like when he blinks. Let's see if he blinks in this little clip here. Oh, good. Okay, so it's alright. So it just goes from open to immediately closed, and then there's a transition frame back to open again. We can do that. The eye line looks like it closes down the bottom side of the eye entirely. So that's pretty easy to replicate. And then the transition takes the full shape. It actually squashes the eyes a little bit. There's a tiny squash going on there, which is funny. Okay, I can replicate that. Let's go ahead and save all this work we've been doing so far. That'd be important. Alright, this is Avatar Scene 3. He does. He is frozen, seeing the cursed thing. Zach, we do not currently have a P.O. box for fan mail. I apologize, but no, at the moment we don't have that as an availability.
We should.
Yeah, at some point that would be probably a cool thing to do. We just have to figure it all out.
Yeah, we'll worry about other things right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm trying to see if his head is still too big. Or if the problem is just that it's too close to him and he doesn't have a neck. I don't know which problem is the true problem here. I'm gonna try to make his head a little smaller. I'm also gonna do, let me do some quick head animation here. I'm gonna put the anchor point near his neck, and I'm gonna have his head like bob a little bit. So he's gonna bob forward. Insert a keyframe. Make it bob forward a little bit. And we'll go back. We're gonna go classic tween. We're gonna go ahead and let's do an ease in port. And then on this one, we'll do a classic tween, ease in and out. All right, so now, cool, a very slight head movement. How many frames do we have here? The whole shot is 43 frames. We're gonna replicate, we'll go a little bit bigger than that. 44. And as long as it is playing from the first frame, and I realize I have to now set it up because I messed it up, okay. So, this needs to be playing from frame 20, and this needs to be playing from frame 37. Good. Hey, you have a good one. You like Avatar? Oh, good. Good, good. Oh, you are looking at, oh, there was a bird on the window. You can rewind to see that. But she was looking at a bird that was in the bird. We have a little bit of a tray of bird seed stuck to the window right here. And there was a bird that was right there. She is so like ready to pounce. It's so funny. Aang doesn't feel like having an adventure right now. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and make his eyes look the right way. There we go. That's matching the original shot a bit more. Quick change immediately. I feel like these lines are too thick. I want to, and I feel like my solution might just be to do this. That was too much. That was a little too much. Let's go with a thickness of 1. Okay, there we go. That did help, I think. The only thing I'm going to do now is convert those lines to fills, so I don't have to deal with it later. Shape. Revise fills. Great. I don't know if I like it around the eye. I feel like this eye shape, I'm suddenly like not liking it, and I want to fix it a little bit. Alright, that's better. Now we can do the thing I was just about to do. Hey, welcome back. Now he thinks he's being followed? Yeah. It is forever different emotions. I feel like we're gonna have his eyebrows start higher, and then he's gonna settle down into more of like a concerned expression. So they'll start where they are now, and we're gonna have them halfway through lower. So let's go ahead and, oh, they're not even, let's convert this into a symbol. Left eye, oh, you know what? Instead of converting it into a symbol, I'm actually going to use a puppet pen here, so I can slightly change the shape, and kind of like control it a bit. Yeah, let's do that for both these. Alright, and now we can make keyframes here. And, let's go ahead and just settle his eyebrow down a little bit. We'll have one go down straight, but this one I actually want to go down a little bit more of a sad expression. That way it doesn't look like he's getting angry, but more just concerned. I feel like this right one or left one is a little not concerned enough. Oh, is that adding some concern? That looks good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll make some new keyframes right here. Oh, not blank. And if I go ahead and do a classic tween, we'll go ahead and do ease in and out. Ah! Actually, no. We're gonna do instead of ease in and out, we're just gonna go ease in and we're gonna go back. So hopefully this is, nope, I need it to be an ease out. Back, okay. Of course it breaks. Darn it. Ease out back. Okay. I think I like that. We're also going to have to replicate the blink. Oh, let's look at it on the outside. Oh, it looks much better with the rest of the body movement. That looks really good now. I want to animate his arms a little bit. I feel like they're just totally still. Which might be okay once the rest of his body is moving, because we're going to have his whole body shaking around with the camera as well. The gumball expression. Thank you, Sir Alex. A movie called The Spooky Hour. Alright, what's going on here? Oh, torso? Interesting. Oh, I see the leg was covering that up at one point. We could, maybe have the leg recover that up. We might need to. So I still want this to stay here. Belly. I will probably not be joining the movie. I appreciate it though. There are very few projects that I join on in, and it's mainly. I mean, again, I actually have only ever joined on one big project. That's it, and that would be the SpongeBob Rehydrated. I really don't join projects like that. Yeah, I just don't have time. I've seen so many cool ones, like there was the Shrek one. I've seen there was the Courage the Cowardly Dog one. That was really interesting. I would have joined in the pilot episode of SpongeBob one, but just didn't know it existed at the time. But yeah, we're too busy. We just unfortunately can't join in stuff like that. I feel like it's... Alright, we have to fix this little issue here. So what we're going to do is just go through each of the frames, kind of tidy up this bottom corner. Show. Hoonival, that's funny. Hey, welcome, Spoger. I'm gonna always pronounce your name wrong, I feel. But welcome to the stream. I might not be able to pronounce your name correctly, but hey, I am at least recognizing that you exist. Like, I know you, right? Like, I'm familiar. I remember you from the streams. I hopefully get a little bit of credit there. Okay. Wow. I'm actually gonna go in with the brush for this next bit because I want this back part of the sleeve to actually be behind his arm. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna use a very vibrant color so I know what I'm doing. Oop, let's go. Okay, I know I want it to be 5. Yeah, I actually have seen them in the Macy's Day Parade. I've seen that before, yeah. Yeah, Macy's Day Parade is very fun. Insert blank keyframe, we do another. And this is just where I'm going in and adding in this little brush. Nice dabbing emojis, that's funny. Blue is angry at Rick Astley, that's funny. Oh, I do remember that, right! Oh, I forgot they had Rick Astley, that's amazing. Oh, did it change? It did. We're also gonna have to do the shading, because that's one thing that we're missing right now, is this character isn't shaded at all. He's just got his, like, standard colors. And we're gonna have to replicate the sunlight. Oh wow, that was an immediate frame change.
Gosh, that bird is huge.
Yeah?
Holy crap.
There's a big bird?
It's a huge bird.
Sorry guys, there's a big bird.
Oh no!
Did it fly away?
I think it did. It was enormous.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. I went to my phone to take a picture. Oh, that's a bummer.
There apparently was a big bird.
It was like,
Yeah?
it was easily as big as the big cup.
Oh, that's a big bird.
It had a huge tail fin. It was like a blue jay. So pretty.
That's fun. Super fun. We can't really add Patchy the Pirate very well because he's a real actor and he's, you know, Tom Kenny. We just can't replicate that look. It'd be so hard to properly make it actually look like him.
Yeah.
We can replicate a cartoon character because that's just a drawing. But, you know, it's a different thing entirely to have to replicate a real person. So unfortunately, no, we don't have any plans for it. Alright, I think I've nearly done this inside sleeve. I just have to go... Oh, was there a little bit of a change there? That was funny. I have it sit on the wrong frame. Alright. And then our last frame. Pelican in your backyard, that's amazing. There's rabbits out there?
They're huge. Everything's so big. Oh, there's another one.
It's after the storm, all the animals are out.
Seriously.
Alright, we're gonna delete the sleeve in here now.
Yeah. No. Can we open the window?
Yeah, go ahead and open the window.
Oh, the sound.
Is there lots of animal sounds?
So fun. Yeah, the screen is wet.
Our cats provide us much entertainment. You see the big bird?
It's not the big bird, it's a very similar big bird.
That's fun. You think I could be Patchy? That would be funny. That'd be a funny Halloween costume if nothing else.
Yeah, you could be Patchy and I could be that mermaid in the swimming pool.
Yes. Oh man, this is a very... Okay.
Oh. Oh.
This whole section is just a little messy. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Hey! Welcome, KJ. Carrying the little inflatable pool. Yes.
Put me on a rolling cart. Just roll me around.
What if I was Patchy and you were Potty?
No. I want to be a mermaid.
Fine, we'll get a Potty costume for Mabel and put her on my shoulder.
Yeah, Mabel could be hot.
That'd be so funny.
It's actually a really good idea. I think we should definitely do it.
Yes, agreed. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and... Huh? Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and start filling in. And we're also going to layer this properly. Right now it's above, and I don't want it to be above, but I had to see it while I was working on it. Alright, we're going to put this below the torso and arm. Because here's our arm, so we're going to go ahead and make this our right arm. Back sleeve. Oh, that's not how you spell the word back. Oh, wait, we need the leg to be behind that stuff. There we go. This isn't the right color, but for now, it's not even the color I was aiming for. Well, let's get the right color. What would the right color be for this? I feel like... How do I do this? Let's go ahead and actually add in the shading. Where is the shading gonna come from? We have to figure out where the sun is in this environment. Whoa, I just deleted all that. So it looks like in the original, the sun is coming from the top left. Yeah, we have this top left, so there's bottom right side shading. Okay. We can replicate that easy. I don't know what that means for here, though. eyes and ice. I mean, that's how I said it, yeah. Eyes and ice. So there's a s versus a z. Eyes almost acts like it ends with a z within English, yeah.
That must be confusing.
Yeah, I can see how that would be confusing.
Because I'm sure that he knows that eyes are the things that are in your head, and ice is what you
Of
put
course
in
he knows what they
the
are,
drink.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a different language. It's confusing.
I don't think we'll be able to do a Halloween video this year, but I do want to do, because in a way, the detective video was supposed to be our spooky, at least Halloween video for last year. But I think it would be fun to do like a whole, them wearing costumes, trick-or-treating style video, but we won't be able to do it 2022. Maybe 2023. I'm not promising that. But it's fun to do holiday special videos in general.
Israel, I'm sorry the English language sucks so much.
Cruelty, thy name is English.
It is. Oh, I forgot. Patchy has a peg leg.
He does have a peg leg. I'll have to have. Oh man, we'll have to figure that out. That's funny. Pretty sure they have like pre-made costume things like that.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta figure out this color here. So I have the color selected. I'm considering if we could do something as simple as just taking the darkness value and lowering it by a certain number. So it's at 99 currently. If I lower it down to 69, which is a 30 lower, will this look good? Maybe a little lower? That doesn't seem dark enough. So let's go, nope. Let's go to 59. That looks like it's dark enough. And now I actually have to decide where it goes.
Oh my gosh. There is the most gorgeous skirt that looks like a mermaid tail.
That's fun.
Oh my goodness, that is pretty.
I feel like the way I want to do this is just fill in the whole thing, and I'm going to use the eraser tool to erase the parts that I don't need. I'm going to try that. This is a weird way to do it, but I think it's going to work totally fine. Alright, let me lock everything else. I don't want to change anything with the shadow layer. The Shadow Realm. Alright, so the shadows should be on that side of his body. Does that do it? No, actually, that's not how that works, because it would puff up. So it should look more like that. Okay. This is tough. I'm trying to figure out where the shadows should go is tough. That kind of looks good. Oh, we might do a Halloween short.
That's what I was thinking.
We could do a Halloween short, yeah. That takes us like, less than a week of work. Alright, that sounds actually kind of fun. We could, because I can get the Patchy the Pirate costume and use it in the short.
It's a business.
It's a business expense. That'd be cool. I have seen Luca. I've seen it quite a few times, yeah. Probably about twice. We had to watch some niece and nephew, and they loved it. Kids are always all about whatever the most recent Pixar thing was. Boo-doo-doo-doo. I don't know why I just did like a King of the Hill voice. Bobby. Doo-doo-doo-doo. It's also Elvis-y. Whoa, why did it not connect? Oh, because the line might be deleted? No, why would it do that? Oh, because that was weird. Okay, there we go. Got some shading going on here. I could maybe actually add some shading back. Ah, well, it's not even there. Whenever you see Patches of Pirate, you'll see JChaseFilms. I appreciate that. That is a high compliment, I guess. I guess. Remind you of the pirate. Aw, very fun. Well, we shaded one frame of his arm. The shading part is going to be... I'm wondering if I can do it easier. You know what? I could. Can I do it that easy, though? Oh, I might have just thought of it. Alright, I'm gonna turn this off for a second. I might have thought of a way to automate this process and let it do it for me, basically. So, I'm gonna duplicate this layer. Bless you. I'm going to delete the fill colors so we just have the outlines, because I want the outlines to stay in the same spot no matter what. I don't know if this strategy of mine is gonna work. We're about to find out. Yeah, Israel said bless you.
Thanks, Israel.
Yeah, the first 5 seasons had some gold just because it was fresh and new. That's just true with any show, though. Like, and that's the way that things go. We could use the song. I feel like we try our best to not use copyrighted music, though, because then it's like, oh, that can kick us in the butt when it comes to making YouTube videos. That would definitely be funny to use Thriller. Alright, I'm gonna duplicate this now. Ooh, and I can edit all the frames together. Okay, yeah, edit multiple frames. And then we'll go up a couple times and to the left a couple times. And now, we put this underneath. Does this work? It kinda looks good. It also kinda doesn't. It is better with a thicker line weight. So it's a line weight of 10. Let's select the rest of these. There we go, 10. So this is good on the inside. The only problem is it now overlaps a bit. So to fix that, I'm actually going to duplicate the original. And I have so many layers, this has gotten very confusing to look at. Alright, so this is the outline. This is our mask. This is the shadows. We're gonna go ahead and make this a mask. Alright, fixed. That is quick and easy shadows. It doesn't look horrible. I feel like for as quickly as I was able to do that, this is definitely a good solution. Yeah, it could be better, but I'm not too worried about it. I think that's gonna look good for that back arm. Maybe I can put some more effort into this front bit, because this front bit is a lot different. Truth or square, yeah. A review of Truth or Square? I haven't seen it in so long. I mean, the last time I saw it was when it came out. They didn't play that a lot after it first played, and then they might have in the many years since. But when I was actively watching Nick, they didn't play it too much. All right, yeah, these shadows are one of the harder parts of this. So we have our torso. Let's go ahead and duplicate the layer. And for this one, I guess we can go through and fill it. So we can do the same thing we just did by lowering it by, how much did we lower it by? We lowered it by 40, so this should go down to 43. Ghostbusters. Yeah. We might have something. I mean, we're probably going to use like some Kevin MacLeod like Incompetech stuff, which if you don't know, that's the music that just gets used everywhere on the internet. We're going to duplicate the layer now, and now I need to make an outline. So we're going to call this Torso Shadow. Copy. Outline. Alright. So for the outline layer, let's go ahead and just make sure that we hollow it out. Alright. Oh no. I breathed it in. I shouldn't have breathed in. Oh man. Today we don't have technical difficulties on stream, we just have
Breathing.
human difficulties. Alright, so now I'm actually going to do the strategy that I was going to do in that first one. And that's just to use the eraser tool. So let's lock everything, except for this one layer. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, you know what I could... Well, that's because I'm not selecting the layer. A James Bond themed related episode. If we ever did, I mean, I really want to do something cool with the... like agent characters that we have. It'd be so funny to do something with them, because we've got 007 Kevin and we've got mainly our agent 2D, which would be so funny to have something special with that. Ooh, Big Thunder. How does this... I actually feel like the shadow should be on this side for this one. Yeah. just go ahead and go all the way up. I think if I just select the middle here, perfect. All right, so there's our shadows. So I'm gonna have to do that with each of these frames now, which is a very careful process. I actually don't want that much shadow there. Do I like that? Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Let's go ahead and make this whole bottom area the dark shadow version, though. Again, it doesn't want to select it. Oh, so now that I actually have our colors selected, we can go ahead and do it the way I want it to. Really? It's just deciding to not want to do this at all. I love when the program just says, hey, that thing you wanted to do? I don't want to do it. Let's not do that. Why is it not working? Alright, I've got the color selected. That's all I wanted to do, and I did it. Finally, there we go. This also means that we can go ahead and fill in the sleeve interior. What? Oh, that's... okay, I got it. That was weird. I was like, why did that happen? You got a funny joke? I would love to hear a funny joke. I hope it is funny. Why did the sleeve turn brown for the rest of that? I'm confused at what I'm looking at. Is it this? It is. Alright. Well, I solved that problem. What did the donut say to the coffee? Stop rolling around, okay. Okay, nice. Stop rolling around. Fair enough. Very good. Alright, I actually have to remember which side the shadows are on now that I'm doing it. Alright, let's see if I can speedrun adding shadows. Is that done? Alright, that was a much quicker frame. Okay, so as long as... yeah, this is great. I can do it a little bit faster now. I just had to figure out what I was doing first. Oh gosh, well this one was a little bit messed up, but let's go right there. Add in the shadow on this side. Go ahead and add in this bottom shadow. And get the hang of this. That's some quick shadow work. Here we go. Had to find the rhythm. That is not an eraser tool. Yeah? Whoa, guys, we have been visited by a big YouTuber. JChaseFilms is in the chat. That's funny. Thank you, hon.
You know me, all about the balls.
I mean, I appreciate the interest in it. I don't think we're very personally interested in the cartoonival, but it does sound neat and it sounds like a cool thing. But I don't think it's exactly something that we're super interested in. But thank you.
Computer is not working.
Yeah. Plus, her computer is seemingly entirely broken right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, like legitimately broken.
Yeah.
What happened?
I had to restart it. I don't know. It was going really
I keep going to the wrong tool. Anybody ever play the new Super Mario Bros. Wii? Loved that game.
I did too. I would always play with our neighbor.
It's one of the most fun side-scrolling Marios.
Yes, absolutely.
Is what at noon? Am I missing out? Is that the thing that you were talking about? Nintendo DS is the classic version. I played it on the Wii, but I remember when it came out for the DS and I didn't have a DS, and I just was like looking at stuff on the internet about it. I was like, oh, this looks cool. It's a cool game here. I had to wait until the Wii version came out. Ah, perfect. Well, I hope the party is nice and fun.
I love parties.
Parties are very fun. I'm so careful about erasing on the other side of the lines, so I'm just like trying to get it perfect. That's good. You made the cake. Very nice. What kind of cake? It's been a long time since I've made a cake.
I would take them.
You make very good cakes, hon.
I do.
The only baked goods I make are like breakfast baked goods.
Because you're better at those than I am. We have our strengths and our weaknesses.
Keaton, it's okay to chat in chat. That's what chat is for. We're all good to chat. At the end of the day, if you guys aren't chatting with me, I don't have much to say. I mean, like, I'm just working on the thing.
Very good. Things to go on.
I don't think
The
I
yellow
have-
with apricot jam filling and meringue.
Woo! That's fancy. That is a fancy. You've got the that tart kind of mix with the sour and the sweet. Not really super sour though. But apricot is a very specific. Apricot's tough to even categorize. Huh?
Apricot.
Apricot. They are both common spellings or pronunciations.
Yeah,
Spelling.
I'm about to sleep. Hold on, so. I don't eat fruit. Well, I wouldn't.
You don't eat fruit.
I don't very often. I don't like fruit.
I know you don't. At least you like veggies, which is a good.
I love veggies.
That is good.
And I have a fruit smoothie every morning to get my fruit in for the
You
day.
do actually, which I'm very proud of you for.
I appreciate it.
I don't know if I have any fun stories from recently. I don't think anything interesting has happened. The sloth was the coolest thing that happened to us recently. No. The Rugrats? Yes, actually. There's one shot specifically where we're gonna have Tommy and his mom, Dee Dee. They are both gonna show up very prominently in one shot specifically. Outside of that, the rest of the Rugrats, they might show up in a crowd shot, but I can promise you that Tommy and Dee Dee will have a main, like, you know, less than a second shot.
But they are the only characters in the show.
They are the only characters in the shot. They're the main characters of that shot. Alright, halfway through the shadows here. On the plus side, the shadows for everything else should be a lot easier to do, because I don't have to do it frame by frame for the rest of them. JChase is an awesome channel, I appreciate that. Really? Tommy Pickles is the same voice as Buttercup. That's very funny. Fun fact, and you probably already knew this, you seem to be very connected with these fun fact kind of things, but in Powerpuff Girls, the mayor is voice acted by SpongeBob's voice actor, Tom Kenny. And that's a fun fact. I think, so what's your favorite, everybody, what's your favorite, like, if for those of you who know, what's your favorite voice that Tom Kenny has done that isn't SpongeBob? I think the Ice King from Adventure Time is probably one of my favorite non-SpongeBob voices from Tom Kenny. Ice King is just hilarious, yeah. And yes, really. Tom Kenny also voiced Dog from Cat Dog. Eduardo from Foster's Home is a really good pick for Tom Kenny voice. Oh yeah, they're all very unique. Like the different voices are all very. It's so funny now that I think about it that Tom Kenny was on Nick and Cartoon Network. Did he have any Disney voices? It's funny that he broke into both quite well. He was there early on, really. Like he was in a lot of like the 90s cartoons on both channels, and then just started breaking into the more modern. We experienced it was a 3-toed sloth, right?
Mm-hmm. No, 2-toed.
2-toed? Okay, 2-toed sloth. Sorry, I was remembering it's because is it the back?
The front ones have 2, the back ones have 3.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, so we met a 2-toed sloth.
Her name is Fern.
Her name was Fern. Is Fern.
She's so pretty.
I'm so happy it all worked out, and I'm happy that Fern was hungry and did want food. So we were able to feed her.
I got to feed her a bunch.
Yeah, you fed her a whole bunch. It was fun.
It was fun.
Eduardo was an insanely unique voice. You think Tom Kenny is in Ant-Man, as in like the Ant-Man cartoon? Or he's a voice in the Marvel movies? I mean, I can just look up. Tom Kenny voices.
Okay.
Did he do Spyro? No way. Alright, so these are Tom Kenny's voices here. Recognize as many as you can. But, he was Rabbit? He must have been for a specific, like, recent...
Your Pooh Bear?
In Pooh Bear, yeah.
Wow.
Probably in the more recent stuff.
Yeah, because there's that Christopher Robin movie that came out.
Yeah.
Be in that.
He was a character in Futurama. He was... I didn't realize he was, Heifer from,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Apparently, Israel's... From what I see in Israel's thing, it might be all of them.
Really? For all time?
I mean, just Israel says Tom Kenny voiced Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh, which makes it seem like, from my implication of that, he said it's in 2011.
Okay. Yeah, because his first appearance in 1926.
Well, yeah.
But that was for the
obviously.
book, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably. Have a lot of TV going on in the 20s.
I'm
My
very
gym
interested.
partner is
Okay,
a
yeah.
monkey.
So there's been a lot of voice actors for Rabbit, but he took over. So voiced by... Yeah, Tom Kenny took it on from 2011, but we had like 5 different voice actors before then. Each having like a 10-year stint, basically. I'm sorry, Peter Capaldi voiced him in the Christopher Robin movie.
That's funny.
That's so funny. This is Handy Mandy, right? Wait, he voiced 2 characters. He voiced the Hammer in Handy Manny.
Huh?
That's really funny. And then he voiced Cupid.
Yeah, I told you that the other day.
Yeah, that's so funny. So a really cool list. I know this is the stretchy character from some superhero thing. He voiced Squanchy from Rick and Morty. That's funny.
Yeah.
I did not know he did the Dirty Bubble too. He voiced the Penguin from Batman. One of the Batmans. Okay, really cool list.
Tom Kenny is the freaking OG.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we met him.
I didn't distinctly want to be an animator when I was a kid, actually. I picked up this to start animating with. But when I was a kid, I wanted to be a filmmaker more than anything, actually. I did have a tiny bit of animation, like, desire. I had a little bit of that, like, oh, hey, animation's cool. I did a very small amount of it as a kid. And I drew a bunch, too. Like, I had my little comics. But it wasn't, like, my main thing. My main thing was absolutely wanting to be a filmmaker. Which is why, I guess, I combined the two with the whole SpongeBob in Your Life series, right? Like, it all makes sense when you look back at it, but animator wasn't my main goal as a kid, no. It just kind of became that way. In fact, there was a small amount of time when I was, like, not happy about the fact that it seemed I could only do SpongeBob in Your Life, and it was a very small amount of time.
Yeah.
But I was, like, so upset. I was like, but I wanted to do other things. Like, I wanted to basically be, like, the Freddy W YouTube channel, where I made live action stuff entirely, and just had special effects on top of it. That was actually my goal when I started making YouTube videos, was that. Now I'm completely happy that I'm an animator now, but it was not the goal originally. And it's funny to see how that all turned out.
Being an animator with your wife is probably a lot better.
Yes, absolutely. Being an animation.
With your family and home in general.
Yeah, at the end of the day, animation allows me to sit down all day. And there's a lot less required of the filming days. Although the filming days are really fun.
Yeah.
The filming days are really fun. There's something nice about it, right? The way that some of the animation work can be accomplished just by relaxing, listening to music all day and working away like this. I like that. That's a very nice quality of animation work. I do still have the old comics that I made, yes. I have, I can tell you about them a little bit. I have one binder of SpongeBob fan comics that I made as a kid. It's a big old binder. Let me pull it out, actually. I gotta show you it because it's really funny.
Yeah, it's in the closet.
It is actually it's not in the closet, it's up on the bookshelf that we have in the bedroom.
Room?
Yeah. I'm gonna run and get that. I'm not gonna showcase it just yet. I think on a stream at some point it'd be really fun to go through it. I might give you a glance at it. Alright, so this binder here, which is filled with a lot of pages, like there is, you know, a ton of pages in here. This was my first, you could say, comic. But it's like a lot of comics together, and also a lot of just random doodles. Like this was basically my drawing binder as a kid, and on the front page, we've got a representation of, it's a twisted representation of the Battle for Bikini Bottom, like, logo. Not the logo, but like SpongeBob doing the whole, like, salute thing. And so, it's a mix between Battle for Bikini Bottom and, like, the SpongeBob movie. And it says, misspelled, by the way. Absolutely misspelled. Yes, sir, Jonathan. And then it says Chase. Which is, like, a way to almost represent that, oh, this is mine, right? Like, I put my name on it, but at the same time, the yes, sir is like, oh, SpongeBob's like in the military or something. Like, it's the thing that a kid draws, you know? It's so funny, but as you can tell, I've improved my ability to represent SpongeBob, you know, and to draw SpongeBob since then. Do I have a year on any of this? I have no idea, actually, when some of this stuff was made. But yeah, there's quite a bit here. We'll go through some of this later, but there's a mix of stuff. Here's a random page that doesn't fit in anymore. A little comic that represents, I think, a lot of stuff that shows up in SpongeBob already. Like, this is, I just stole jokes from, like, the shows that I were watching at the time. So we've got legitimately just start of it, SpongeBob writes some, you know, he's writing something in ketchup and mustard. He gets the tomato out of the package of, you know, like he's going through the ingredients list. He places it down on the plate. The plate and the burger smashes into Squidward's head. A fish guy gets the actual, you know, recipe, or he gets the food. SpongeBob chews on a chain to get braces, which I think is actually a pull from, I think SpongeBob actually does that. And SpongeBob actually does that in the show at one point, so I just stole that. And then at the end it's like, oh, the time, it's 2 o'clock, which is hilarious because it literally is not 2 o'clock. According to this clock, it is 4 o'clock. And then according to the shape he does, it's also 4 o'clock. So, which
You were a mess.
also is not, it should be 3 o'clock. That's not a good clock drawn at all. But this also shows a kid who has no idea how a physical clock works. So yeah, that's a quick example. And maybe someday we'll go through a deep dive of all this and go through all the stories that I presented. Because I did a lot of, like, play on... This comic almost shows, like... It's like a weird lucid dream version of going through the episodes of SpongeBob. Because I randomly take different bits of episodes, but combine it into my own story. So it doesn't follow the exact plot. I also did this weird, like, SpongeBob's diary thing, where... you remember those old books that they had? Like, Nickelodeon had the books that you would fill in some of the blanks? I made that myself. I made a SpongeBob diary fill in the blank thing. And so I had my mom actually fill it in.
Oh, bless your mom.
So,
That poor lady.
this is SpongeBob's diary, and I couldn't spell the word diary, so it just says dire. And then I had like this is my pet. And then my mom, I'm like, so you gotta fill it. I told my mom, you've gotta fill it in. You gotta fill in this part. And so she filled in the drawing. And then on the next page, I had a... I had a thing. Oh, my mom, so great. So the top of this says, "Hi, I'm SpongeBob, and you are," and it's spelled wrong. And then there's a blank. And then after the blank, it said, "Okay, I have a joke for you." But then she was supposed to fill in the joke. It was like the fill it in yourself thing. And so I just had a bunch of, like, lines to represent the joke. And then at the end it says, "Haha." And so that's what I prepared. I prepared this whole fill it in yourself, like, interactive book. And my mom, she put in her name, and then she put in knock knock, who is there? Boo! Boo-hoo! Why are you crying? And that's,
That is such a your mom.
a very, one of the simple knock knock jokes, very good. But yeah. So, really funny that I had that little bit where I'm like, I'm gonna make a fill it in yourself, entertainment book. But yeah, so she was a trooper for going along with all that. And then there's just a bunch of stuff. Yeah, this is just a bunch of SpongeBob comics. Like, if I'm just passing through... There was also... halfway through this book, I just switched to entirely making a comic version of the SpongeBob movie. So, our story begins at the Krusty Krab restaurant. Wait, what's happening here? Settle down! We'll probably have to do, like, the 2-camera setup that I did when we did the physical art stream when I go through this. But yeah, literally it's just a, no more cheese! I'm going in. Like, this is just a comic book version of the actual SpongeBob movie. So funny. Yeah, okay, it's quite a long... Hollow, Bikini Bottom! Just says hollow. I couldn't spell for anything. It's absolutely a horrible speller. Alright, this is a very long part of this whole comic thing, is just the SpongeBob movie turned into a comic. And I give up, I think, halfway through the movie. But I make it a long way. I make it to the introduction to Dennis, I make it to the grandma monster chasing, and then I stop after them getting the paddy wagon back. And then there's more comics. Literally, it's just a bunch of SpongeBob comics. Towards the end... Oh gosh, I've got so much stuff. Towards the end, though, I did a little bit of special stuff. And I was, like, getting away from just doing SpongeBob stuff. And this is a really weird pull. But there was a Disney Mario Kart clone. And so I did drawings based off of the Disney Mario Kart game. And so we've got Huey, Dewey, and Louie driving Mario Kart around. Which is funny. And then I actually have an entry to my personal comic series. This is a 2-page entry to the Savers comic series. Now, Savers is a little world that I created for myself as a kid. I liked the idea of superheroes at the time, but I ironically knew nothing about real superheroes. Like, I didn't follow, the Marvel universe, the DC universe. I knew almost nothing of them. So instead, I made my own superheroes, and I called them Savers. And the Savers were these kids that were superheroes that went to a special world where, almost like, Alice in Wonderland, there was an alternate universe world that they went to. They got lost in, very, Lion and Witch and the Wardrobe style. What is that called? Chronicles of Narnia. Very Chronicles of Narnia style. And so, but yeah, that was Savers that I had. And this whole comic here, I've got these 2 separate comics. These are actually, is this just my one comic? Okay, this is one comic. But this is my Savers comic. It is the first one I did. It's the only one that I actually got a good way through. But I also have this separate, tiny, 2-page Savers bit where it's representing the superhero characters, but they are on a stage, and they're not actually being superheroes, but they're actors. And I have such a good gag. An argument gets started at the bottom of this comic. There's an argument that happens. And my character decides to end the argument early, so he grabs, if I can get this as close as possible, he grabs the edge of the page. And so, as you pull it, it's rounded. I cut the round edge of it, and you see this, I'm trying to center this. This character is physically holding on to the piece of paper that is this page of the comic. And as you flip the page, on the top end of it, you have all of the characters from the previous page. It's so hard to show this. But they're all getting trapped under the paper. So I loved that gag as a kid. The idea that a character could physically turn the page of the comic was very fun. Also, Popeye's spinach shows up randomly. And my character eats the Popeye spinach to get big muscles. Hey, you like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends? Check it out! Blue! I got Blue. He's doing some skateboarding. He's rocking around. I enjoyed Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends as a kid. It was good stuff. And then that's kind of the end. There's some random sketches towards the end of this comic. I've got a drawing of the Spider-Man when he's in his wrestling outfit from the very first Spider-Man movie, which is very funny. Yeah. And that's kind of the end of it. There's a really interesting bit where I drew SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward as like teenagers. Like, so they're skateboarding and stuff. Weird vibe, but I went for it. Showcased them with a different outfit setup. And that's kind of the end of it. There's just some random little drawings. Oh, I have a Lego comic. Yeah, I did a SpongeBob Lego comic. So it's the SpongeBob characters, but they're all Lego. And that's basically this binder of comics. And maybe someday we'll actually go through and look at them, but I basically just gave you the whole vibe. And then this, I can let this sit here a little bit, is my Savers comic. And I have a bunch of original characters that exist in this world. The biggest villain was Candy Bad Guy. Very creative. Because as a kid, I loved candy, but I knew that candy was bad for you. So I created the villain that basically tried to trick people into eating candy to ruin their teeth. Which is a villain after my own heart. So, oh my gosh. So the beginning of the story, like, is, it takes place with us, basically it's me and my cousins. And we're at our house, and a glowing green character shows up, who's like a fairy, and the fairy says, "Yo, get in my car, and I'll drive you to a special place," which is horrible. He's literally depicted as this, like, giant green guy with a green beard. Like, the most untrustworthy person who could ever exist. And apparently he's called a Drowsnot, which is some sort of magical fairy creature. I don't know. I had some weird characters as a kid. So he has this like supercar that literally just has the letter S on it. I can't really get it focused right now. I'll have to show you this guy's in a later stream. He crashes the car, and then it's revealed that there's a forest curtain, and behind that curtain is a whole Savers world. And so basically in the Savers universe, you've got this big main highway. And in between the two, so Sugar Rush started. Oh my gosh, Damien is absolutely. Oh my gosh, what? I didn't even know that. I subconsciously recreated Candy Bad Guy. I am a human being with like 4 ideas, and apparently they've come back. I can't believe it. You just pointed out that 100%. That was never intentional, but you're 100% right. Damien Cooper is my brain recycling ideas without me knowing it. Damien Cooper is a revised Candy Bad Guy. Oh my gosh! Oh, this makes me feel so giddy because I've had this like in the back of my mind for so long, like ever since I was a kid did I have Savers as a thing that I made. But I never considered that Damien was subconsciously a continuation of that. Ah, that's really cool. Okay, so that's my comics. How cool. What a cool concept. Wow. I mean, legitimately, where else would I have gotten candy from? That's so funny. That is just a thing that I, Jonathan Chase, do, is that I equate candy to an easy, bad guy concept. Oh, that's so funny. Thank you for that. Thank you for letting me realize that that was a thing. The Green Knight from Arthurian Legends. Yeah, I actually don't even know where I got the green glowing thing from. It was just an idea. I guess I thought green would be a cool magic color. You know, because you can get blue and yellow light, very easy, but you don't see green light a whole lot. It's kind of an unnatural color. I don't know. That's fun. Disney had blue in the background of a Disney XD show. That's really funny. So that was a little trip down memory lane for me. Maybe we'll take a longer trip someday, and I'll have to have the whole camera set up so that we can actually show you them and have the camera focused on the pages. But yeah, that's crazy. It is crazy to revisit that kind of stuff. It's a whole different. It's funny how much of that stuff still sticks with you throughout the years. And you don't really realize it, but the second you jump back and look at it again, you're just, all the memories come flooding back in. Which is so cool. So the next live stream, I think at this point I'm just going to go ahead and stick to my guns and do it. We're going to do the Minecraft VR live stream where we start building Bikini Bottom, but in a hardcore, I've got one life to live, I gotta stay alive, and so that'll be cool. I feel like when it comes to building things, I want to at least build something by the end of that stream, but I know that for the most part, that stream is going to be mainly getting set up. You know, like getting our starting resources, not dying. So I feel like the things that we'll actually accomplish in that stream, like maybe we could just build Patrick's Rock, and that'll be like the first build of that world. So maybe that'll be the goal. Build Patrick's Rock, and also generally survive. I don't know what else would be easy. What other parts of Bikini Bottom could I do with minimal resources? Patrick's Rock is just the easiest. Yeah, the Krusty Krab will be fun. I think SpongeBob's house will be the hardest to do. Everything else, I think, is actually going to be moderately easy to build. But SpongeBob's house being a big round shape, representing that in Minecraft is going to be tough. So that's probably going to be a little bit later on before we even try to tackle that. I also haven't decided if we're going to do texture packs or not. I might end up doing texture packs, but I'm going to start with trying to get blocks just from the world that look close enough. I know I'll be using a lot of clay blocks, because clay comes in a lot of colors in Minecraft. So we can use those as big, just colorful blocks to represent a lot of different things. Because at the end of the day, I'd also like to have the world be downloadable in the future, and I'd like for people who don't even have the texture pack for the world to still look pretty and look right. But we might end up having a texture pack later on, just to finalize that. That is true, Jellyfish Fields. That could be pretty easy. If I could get a bunch of the purple rocks, basically, I could just make those coral reef structures. I could also potentially make Conch Street. Like, if we're gonna make Patrick's house, we could also start building Conch Street itself, but that's simple. That's just putting a bunch of blocks in a straight line. That's not really cool. Not very interesting to do for stream-wise. Because I'll be working on the world in between streams to do all the boring stuff. Like building roads or mining for more resources. I will save the boring stuff for off of stream. That way when we're live streaming, it's only the fun stuff. It's like the real, oh hey, I'm about to go to a dangerous area. I better stream just in case I die, you know? Or we're building something cool. Yeah. I think before we start that stream though, I absolutely have to do some research to find a good world seed. Because I need to find a world seed that has a desert next to a big mesa. So I have a lot of access to clay. Or I guess, is it called clay? It might be called clay. I need clay and I need a big desert. But I also need at least some resources for like wood and other resources. So I have to find a world seed, so I'll probably be like refreshing and making a bunch of Minecraft worlds until I find a good seed. Or maybe Google a little bit. I bet you that they have some resources for that online. Alright. I feel like I'm not even going to need to add shadows to the legs, but I do want to fix the color. Oh, because we have, I see. That's interesting, yeah. We have a different color scheme than the original show had. Oh, I didn't want to color everything. Alright. So there we go. That is looking so good. Now we just have the elements that don't move, and also we could animate his blink, and that'd be the last things we do before the shot is done. A Lego SpongeBob video? Probably not. Maybe someday, if we ever finish, you know, a part 2 to that Lego video we do, maybe Lego SpongeBob could show up as a character, and that might be funny. But I don't intend to make a Lego SpongeBob video. As much as I loved that as a kid, I don't think there's much of an audience for that. True. Could try to start building some of the items and stuff. I think it is very funny. So, as a background character, that's very interesting that Disney did that. Okay. We can go ahead and quickly... What do I want to do here? I feel like for the body... Alright, I actually want to select... The shadow color is tough here. I have to invent a shadow color. I'm gonna try selecting this one really quick. Why is it not doing it right? That's not at all the color I'm selecting. What color is it on? So confused. Alright, whatever. We're gonna ignore that then. And we'll just make our own. I've not seen the Lightyear movie. Have you? How was it? Alright, we're gonna drop this down by 40 again. Oh, that's kind of dark. Okay, we're gonna have to do something a bit more unique here. Let's add in some saturation. I want that to be on top. Alright, here we go. Oh, Elvis too, yeah, that's a neat movie currently. Spider Mutt. Okay, that's fun. I like that. Yes, happy birthday, William. It was so cool. Happy birthday to you indeed. I hope it was a fun birthday. Oh man, trying to get this like neck shadow looking good. It's tough. Okay, that looks good. Oh, there we go. I'm doing it on a separate layer, that way it doesn't change with... Okay, perfect. That looks good. I like that. Let's go ahead and copy this color now. Woo, bad. Draw SpongeBob as Elvis? That would basically just be like, I feel like, one second, let me Google something. I feel like this is what SpongeBob Elvis would look like. This is what my imagination of SpongeBob Elvis would look like. If not even like the tufted hair version. That's good. Alright. Okay, this shadow is a little weird because I have to do it. Here, let me go ahead and do paint fills only. Okay. Oh wait, he's also got the tattoo I gotta do. Alright, so let's do the tattoo instead. Also, I'm calling it a tattoo. Sorry if in the actual Avatar universe this is not a tattoo and called something different. I don't
Got
know.
the arm thing.
The arm thing. His blue arrows. Okay. I know that it's supposed to be blue down there, but I actually think it'll be better if I just make a shadow right here. That looks good. There we go. There's a nice cartoon shading going on here. I suppose I could just fill in... Oh, that doesn't want to be filled in. Alright, we're not going to worry about that. Alright, so now just the head and we're done. Let's go ahead and we'll just make the back ear shaded. Oh, I literally had a dark version of his skin tone right there. Oops. Paint inside. That's what I wanted. There, that's a good shadow. I'm happy with that. That's good. Who's my favorite singer? Yes, my wife would be my favorite singer. But when it comes to musicians, that's tough. That's, you know, it's a good question, but it's tough because it's actually something I don't even think about too much. Man, it's funny. I've got some favorite bands, but like not singing-wise specifically. I feel like I just can't think of anybody who's specific, because I know that there's some artists that I have heard that like have incredible voices, but I can't think of them off the bat. I feel like the only thing I could actually recommend as one of my favorites is, my birthday is in November. It is November 8th. 8th. But it is a like 1950s band.
Oh yeah, you love that right now.
Yeah, I think they're just called the Platters. Yeah, they're a vocal group, and they have remarkable sound to their voices. So, you can look them up, but the Platters, their main vocalist at the minimum it's like goosebump inducing. Like the range that they get, and it also has this older style that just you don't hear these days modernly, and beautiful singing here. So you can look up the Platters. That is my favorite vocalist, I'd say, is just the whole group in general. But yeah, Elton John is very good. Elvis, yeah, Elvis is fantastic as well. We're talking about, you know, artists who have a different era of music, and I think that's why I like the Platters too, is because they have a different era of music. Oh, it was an XD show? Nice. Yeah, the Walt Disney movies are classic. So I think the last thing I have to do is add this blink in. Oh yeah, this looks smooth. Oh, look at this. This is a good animation here. I could not add the blink and it'd still be okay. This is our third shot of the whole video, so I might as well add in this little, you know, little complexity. Where does he blink? Right there. Match the timing. Boom. Okay. So right here at frame 29. How long does it last too? We gotta see. So they have it. So we have it open, and then it's blinked for 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then open for 1. Oh wow, the transition frame only lasts 1 frame. So they have it closed for 5 whole frames. So we actually will drop this back to frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. we'll have our transition frame. And then we have our standard frame. Okay. Let's see what I can draw. Preparing all my layers for myself. I'm gonna do the transition frame first. I'm gonna do it in green so I can see what I'm doing. Let me take a quick look at how they do it. Okay. Just kind of goes down the center with a very light line for the top of the eye, basically. Alright, so I'm gonna try this. Oh, you're going to Elton John's final tour. That's fun. Next movie night, that's a good question. We didn't have it planned, because we also have to figure out what we'd watch. Because I'd like something that we wouldn't get immediately, you know, not just demonetized, but it's more about the video getting removed from YouTube. I'm okay with the video not making money, it's just that I don't want to have a stream that then just, you can't watch again later. So we'd have to find something that we could do that with. Gosh, this is such a hard angle. Okay. Alright, that's pretty good. Oh no, I'm on the wrong mode. Okay. '70s and '80s, yeah, that's good stuff. You went to see Jeff Dunham when you were 3 years old. I mean, that's funny. So when it comes to the little kids like that, I wonder if he ever made any jokes based on you. You're a big fan of Jeff Dunham and you make wooden ventriloquist dummies of your own. That is crazy cool. Does the bottom of his eye squint any, or does his eyes, I feel like they stay at the base. Yeah. Okay, it does squint a little bit. Where does that top line go? I feel like it only stays on the middle side of it. Oh, actually, in the back one it does the whole way. It's so hard to make a smooth line. I gotta like take a deep breath. There we go. Okay. Can you teach? Teaching you how to animate is a big thing.
Yeah.
I'm still learning to this day. I will say that there are a lot of really good, if you want to learn, man, like there's so many great resources online. I just used the wrong color. But there's a lot of great resources online. If you just Google or search on YouTube how to animate, and there's a lot to learn, but you'll find all the information there. It looks like a pretty good mid-blink. Alright, let's do it on the other eye now. But yeah, maybe someday I could do a cool little, like, live stream, or I mean a live stream that turns into a recording where I just teach you how to animate. That might be a cool live stream idea. But it's a big thing. Maybe I could give people tips on how to animate in the SpongeBob style because there's so many specific things to do. Yes, drawing on paper and then like making that art in the computer again by tracing it is a really cool tactic. That is a very cool tactic that I've done sometimes. I actually... Oh, I don't think I have them still. Most of the drawings that I did of Plankton for SpongeBob in Your Life, I did on paper. And then I traced it in the computer. Because I felt more natural drawing Plankton, because he was of such a squiggly shape. I felt more natural drawing him on paper. So, like, a couple of shots specifically, like, when there is the camera angle of him looking up to the ceiling, and the camera is a top-down view, and Plankton is standing on that little, like, little, you know, shelf of the universe machine. When he's laughing and going, and the camera's spinning up, that is specifically drawn on paper. I drew that drawing of Plankton on paper for that one. So yeah, sometimes that's what you gotta do. I try my best to continue doing things digitally though, because I want to practice getting good at digital, so that way I, you know, don't have to have that, because it's sometimes a little clunky having to draw it and then redraw it. I'd rather just get it good on the first go right here in the program. But sometimes that's just not available. Okay. That's a good transition. Pretty good. I feel like these lines are too thin. I'm gonna actually smoothen it out a little bit for both of these. Increase the thickness. There we go. That looks better for me. Now I have to do the actual blink itself. Can I read your comment? The Disney show with the orange thing and the big green hat, and the blue horse and the eyeball and the skeleton. Ah, that's the like space one, the one where the character's in space. I think I recognize that show. Yeah, the recorder part's nice. Okay. Oh, he also should have shadow on his nose. I feel like... So here's the thing that they always do is with the real show... Oh, it's not even in... This is a bad example. Oh, I could just do a bottom of the nose shadow. That might be what I need to do. Because often what they do is this, where they have the line on one side and the shadow on the other. But here's an example where there's just no shadow at all. They just put lines on both sides of it. Let's see. I think I'll just have to put the shadow on the bottom of the nose. Which I think makes sense for the shot anyways. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Dun 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 dun. Okay, how do they shape this? The shape is very important here. Where's that reference I just had a second ago? I had a good one. So it looks like it's like a bean almost. Yeah. It's basically a bean to represent the roundness of the nose. Okay. This is so hard to do. I don't like this. Okay, that's kind of good. Kinda. This is a tough shape to do. sponge out of water? Probably. I mean, I have to figure it out. I have to figure it out because, again, it's all about the copyright rules and whatnot. I have to make sure the stream doesn't just get, like, unlisted and removed. I want it to be watchable, and it would be... We could do it on Discord as a movie night. That we could do. We just couldn't do a YouTube stream, so maybe that's what we have to do. Maybe we can do movie nights, and it'll just be like a... We haven't seen Sonic 2 yet. If Sonic 2 is on streaming, we might do a movie night for Sonic 2, because...
I don't think it's on a streaming service, but on YouTube.
There we go. That would be fun. Would you guys like to watch Sonic 2 as a... It'd be a Discord thing. We wouldn't do it on the livestream channel, just because I'm pretty sure that livestream will just get removed. And if it gets removed... Because it could get...
Do that on Discord.
You can stream on Discord. We'd have to make a voice channel chat. But what we would do is not let anybody use it, like not anybody speak on it except for us. So everybody can join it, but we'd be the only one who could speak in it, and the only ones who could stream video in it.
Can they still, like, comment?
Yes, they can also still comment and stuff. It's on Paramount Plus too? Okay.
We don't have Paramount Plus, unfortunately.
Yeah, we don't have Paramount Plus currently.
We never really have it.
Yeah. Yes, still streaming. Well, we're probably getting near to done. Once I finish this shot, I'm probably going to call it the end of the stream. But the only thing I have left is one drawing, and that is the full... Oh gosh, the no shadow is blinking in and out. Okay, where is that? Where is the no shadow?
Hey, we can get Paramount Plus and count it as a business expense.
We could, absolutely. Alright, so let's go ahead and draw his blink pose, and then he's done. And his blink pose is... We've got a little bit of these lines to show the creases between the eyes, but mostly it's a little crescent shape. Alright, so... We'll do green again. Gonna make Sleepy Time Aang. Well, that is definitely one of the easier shapes to draw. Smooth that out. What happened to the edge of this here? There we go. Alright, and now I just need to make these little, like, eye crease area. Oh, let's do it in the painting normal style. Oh, what was I drawing this on? I was drawing this on the pupil. Making sure my layers are right. Hi! This video, it's gonna come out probably the start of August. Probably August the 5th is our most, like, reliable date I could tell you as an actual date. So Friday, August the 5th is probably when this video.
Don't hold us on to that.
Yeah, don't hold us on to it. That's not...
happen.
That's not a promise, that's just our goal. Yeah, but our goal would be that. Paint behind, and I'm just gonna cover up the eyes. Yeah, so for this specific shot, my way of doing the eyes is just to cover them up with this blink cycle, which is often actually how blink cycles will work in general for us. Oh, I feel like I didn't make it wide enough. Yeah, let's go ahead and push this one over a bit. Let's see if I can widen it. Oh, I can't just push it. Oh, but I could scale it. Looks good. I'm actually gonna pull in the transition frame back a bit so we have it for longer. Okay, I think we just finished it. That's awesome. What a cool shot. Okay. Who are you trying to make an animation video? I'm not sure what that question means. Yeah. It turns humans into cartoon characters. Yeah, we've considered like the idea of that and or the idea of like almost like our Lego video, me going to the cartoon world. Those are all ideas that like they are cool, but it's also tough to like we want to if we do something as cool as that, we want it to work within the full like plot that we have planned for the video series. Is this leg in the very back? How about this one? Oh, that one it can be fine. Alright, I'm probably gonna render the leg separately. Alright, so we're gonna save this. We're gonna render this out. Ignore our sheen animation. AVA 3. Yes, Craig McCracken. I hear you out, Bevo. Pretty neat. Most of the time, you'll find that to be true, though. So many people who work in cartoons have worked on other cartoons. Like any showrunner of any cartoon, you just look at it, and they've worked on another cartoon as well. Kind of. There are exceptions, of course, and it's not like it's the absolute rule, but so often is it the case. Like, we've got... Why is this button not working? There we go. Rebecca Sugar, she made the Steven Universe, but before that, she worked on other shows. Like she worked on, I think she worked on Adventure Time, and she did some of the songwriting on Adventure Time too, which is why Steven Universe has so many like songs in it. But it's just so common that you'll find that showrunners have previously worked on other cartoons, and I think that's also part of the like the top end of like when the company is like giving the okay and greenlighting a show, they like knowing that the person who's running the show worked on another previously successful show. So it's funny how often that is the case. A Sponder behind the scenes video? Yeah, again, maybe that'd be something that we do someday, because we've never properly done it. I almost did it. I halfway did it with a quick video that was like part of my vlog series back in the day. But I think it would be cool to do a more proper tutorial and or just like animation tutorial too. Quit my other channel? What do you mean my other channel? Like, we did not quit JChaseFilms. We're working on it right now. This video we're working on is a JChaseFilms channel, so I don't know what you mean. What other channel? Alright, we're gonna plop this in and then finish off the scene. Yeah. So currently we're working on a video for JChaseFilms. Yeah, JChaseFilms is still our main channel. This is our second channel. Yeah, we're just streaming here. We also will eventually have a third and fourth channel, as we plan on doing a full video game content channel, which is it's edited versions of the gaming streams. So for people who only have like 20 minutes, they'll actually get to have a fully edited version of live streams, which should be fun. But yeah, so we're trying to branch out. You know, the more successful YouTubers do this, and we're trying to start doing this so that we can be more successful as well. Because you've got for example, game theory, which also has film theory, and now food theory, so... And they have GT Live as well, so having these extra channels are just a way for us to be able to make more content, give you guys more content, but also not overload one channel with everything on it. Our third channel. A lot of Sesame Street references in Cartoon Network to hear you out. Alright, so I have to, like, by eye, try to match the shadow color. That's pretty close. Yeah. So now we got a quicker version of the shadow for this leg. I just didn't want to have to do it myself. Awesome. I realized we didn't draw like Appa. Alright. Let's go ahead and parent everything to this. Alright, so we're gonna have the position, maybe the scale, but definitely the rotation animated. So he bobs down a little bit. And have him rotate forward too. And then we bob up a little bit. And then we bob down. And we'll do some easing in the middle. Oop, I did it wrong. And now, oh wait, we have Aang on top of the aspect ratio bars. Hold up. Oh, that's just because, okay. We have everything wrong. So,
Nice.
excluding the fact that we're missing Appa back here. That's a neat shot. That is neat. That is crazy neat. I feel like that background is confusing. Like, in the real movie, it makes sense because there's a camera rotation there. Trying to make this look good. Because if I just reverse this and make it go the other way, will it look better for the sake of the cartoon? Because it might. This is a tough decision. How do you join the Discord group? You'll have to make a Discord account, but outside of that, if you click the link, I believe that's in the description of this very video, it'll give you an invite, and you can just click that and it'll bring you to the Discord itself. And that's how you join. And so from there, you just have to make sure you follow our rules instructions, and once you follow them, you'll actually be able to join fully. Yes. Yeah, now it just looks like he's reversing. I'm gonna save this as one option. This might be a rare occasion where we actually render two different versions of the shot. And I might render, for the full screen version, one that looks better as the cartoon. But for the side-by-side, I might still keep the background going the same way. That way it looks better in the side-by-side. Which we haven't done that before. But this might be the first occurrence of us intentionally making a different shot for the side-by-side than it is for the original. Alright, let's try this. Let's make more movement. That just looks so much better for the cartoon-only version. I really like that. I also want to go ahead and improve this background a little bit and see if we can add in some anime clouds. So we're going to add in a couple of these. We're going to basically blue screen these elements. It's like green screening, but we're taking out the blue. And then that's how we're going to have these transparent clouds. Yep, bunch of Macy's Thanksgiving Parade stuff. Cool, cool. I don't know what you're specifically talking about, though, but that's cool stuff. Sorry that I just can't relate to that right now because I'm not really focused on that. but I hope it is good, and I hope you're enjoying that for its value. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this to the currently visible one, our other cloud. And we'll blue screen this as well. Thank you. My scene was your absolute favorite. I very much appreciate that. I would not even say that my own was my favorite because there was some really cool stuff throughout that whole project. But I am very grateful that you think so. Thank you. All right, we're nearly done now. I think I could probably do a quick, because Appa is always drawn, not painted. So I can do a quick painting of him. Let's go back in. Let's make a new file really quick. Actually, do I need to make a new one? No, I'm not gonna make a new one. I'm just gonna do it in the same one because I want to see Aang for reference. And yeah, no, why would I do a new one? Okay. Oh, so this is a version, okay. I mean, we can't see anything. This is just a saddle. You know what's funny? I kind of want to represent this a little bit. I'm going to trace this little shape thing, and let's have this be behind him, even though it might not make sense within the lore of The Last Airbender, like, I think it'll look good. Alright, so we're just gonna... Ooh, we need a thicker brush than that. Let's do 4. Wait, I can just do line work. Line work can tend to be a lot easier. Especially because you can change it after the fact.
Yeah.
How did I do the effects for that scene? So, a lot of things went into that. First off, fun fact is I made that scene way before we made our 10th episode of SpongeBob in Real Life. So the realistic Krusty Krab behind us, that is the first time I made that model. I actually reused that model and I made it better. I improved it, prettied it up, but the Krusty Krab model I first made for that collab project. It was then later when we were making the episode 10 for SpongeBob in Real Life that I made an upgraded version of that same model. So there you go. The one you see in that video is actually the first version of the Krusty Krab realistic model I made. But so yeah, I went with Blender to go ahead and make the 3D Krusty Krab. We filmed in front of a green screen for all of our actors. And so the actors were edited into the realistic footage. I don't know if there's actually reflections on that clip. Let's see. What's the final shot look like? SpongeBob's bedroom also was done in 3D. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull this down. So yeah, we're on green screen. It looks like there are no so it's funny, our bodies are not reflecting in the windows, which is fine because it's not as important, and it also helps me render it faster. I believe that we rendered the whole background, and it's just one image. So the background isn't moving, there's no reflections moving or anything like that. SpongeBob's shadows are done the same way I always do them. It's actually just an advanced version of the harsh shadows that I'm doing for these movie trailer videos. I've not seen anything from Henry Danger or Danger Force. And doing our color changes, actually, that was as simple as, since we're all on green screen, it was really easy to just do some hue changes on each individual person's layer. So all it was a very quick, I just added one effect and just said, all right, we're gonna push this color to green, push this color to blue. And that's how we got all the different people to look different colors, is because they're all individual layers on their own green screen element, which made the effect super easy to do. We also, this is Kyle, a good friend of ours. I tracked his rings on his hands, and so SpongeBob's movement are actually based off of the tracking of the rings on his hand. So SpongeBob is exactly matched up to that point right there. So he's like magnetized to his hand there. That's how I got the tracking done. And you also could tell because we didn't track my hands, so my arms kind of, they slip around. It does not exactly match SpongeBob. It works totally fine for the video, but you can't tell. And the biggest effect, obviously, the mouth effect. The mouth effect basically is a two-parter thing. First, I had to make the actual mouth asset, and to do that, I went into Photoshop and basically cut out the mouth, made it really big, warped it so it looked more like a donut shape instead of like a real person's mouth. It isn't like that shape. It kind of goes back into the creases of a person's mouth, and as you can tell, the creases of everybody's mouths are not very distinctive. It actually looks like a big circle, like it does in the original video, the original movie clip. So I photoshopped it to be more donut shaped, and then I just would, in Photoshop, copy and paste like skin texture from that person to create the big tunnel of flesh. But then I basically had a picture of these extended mouths, and you can kind of tell how it like feathers off. See how the shadow of my ear is being covered by the feathering here? Each of these assets basically feathers off into invisibility, and so I had an individual picture of the big mouth, and I was able to warp that big mouth to animate it. So when the mouths are like moving, that's just like here's an example. I just made the mouth a smaller shape, so as we actually go through, it becomes big, and I have warping to basically animate it. And that's all the effects that are here. This dream effect took forever to render. It's like multiple passes of the same video with a warp effect of like a waves, and then I have it like overlaid with each other. But yeah, we have this. The bubbles are actually added in two-dimensionally, but it's a render of a 3D bubble that I then put in and would like these smear lines, by the way, they're in the original movie clip. So if I go to the original movie clip, here. In the original movie clip, you know, I was replicating their round mouths and all that stuff. But in the original movie clip, you've got like your cartoon styling of the bubbles and these like wind lines. And I didn't know how I was going to represent wind lines in a 3D scene. And so what I ended up doing is, in my version of it, that 3D bubble that I rendered out, I blurred it and stretched it. So it matched the color. So if we go to this ending of the scene here, you've got the 3D bubbles, and then these smear lines are actually the bubble shortened and stretched out really wide. So it's not wind lines, it's actually just more bubble effects. And the only last fun fact I have is that this like wind chime thing with the jellyfish is an actual real thing I actually built, and I put it on a green screen and just shook it to get the wind effect. Because I didn't want to animate in 3D a wind effect, so I'm like, it's gonna be a lot easier to get it to make it look really realistic if I just build if I just build a real thing. So these are cut, the jellyfish are cut out of foam, and I put it on, we have some twine, and these are like toothpicks. You can actually see right here, this one got spun around. This is like hot glued on. So yeah, if you look at it, you can tell it's just a real green screen element that is being shook. And that's it. That's the whole behind the scenes. I can't think of anything else that is special. Yeah, this is a bunch of 3D environment. The background out here is actually a stock footage element of like underwater. So if you look in, like you've got the waves are moving on the top. It's so short, but for the short amount of time that it is there, you see the surface of the ocean. Yep, and that's it. This is just an animated character, a blanket rendered in 3D with actual cloth simulation, so it's actually being moved by the actual wind. A carpet simulation to get all the hair down here. That's it. I think I just described everything that I did in this. I had to hand paint this background texture of his wall because I couldn't find a good example of it, so I hand did that. Yeah. Everything else is just 3D. Little hidden our real-life Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy down here. That was fun. I can't think of anything else. That's all the effects we put into that. Blender is tough to learn at the start. It is a very steep learning curve. But once you learn all that really tough stuff, the top of that mountain is such a wonderful place to be because it's a free program that you can use for forever, and once you've learned it, you've got it. There are some issues with Blender just because it is free, and so it's like, there's some technical aspects of it that you have to dance around that you wouldn't have had to if you had a free program. But, oh man, do I highly recommend it. Okay. I can't for some reason pick the color. It's not picking it right. Man, I'm gonna have to invent this color here. Okay. Let's go up into the orange, maybe get to yellow. We'll add in less blue, more green. Let's desaturate it. That's pretty close. Alright, that's pretty close. And then we should be able to just... This is also something you learn with a lot of video editing stuff, is you learn how to get the color you want to just by turning the dials. I need more red, less blue. That's pretty close. I can actually lower the saturation and maybe make it darker. That's pretty good. That's close enough. I couldn't actually pick the color, so I had to find them. Alright, so we're going to put this behind him to kind of replicate this weird pouch thing going on. Also, let's make the lines thinner. Alright, cool. I have not seen your YouTube channel, Zach. I apologize, but I don't often watch YouTube even. The only time I'm actually watching YouTube is I watch like the big YouTubers, you know, like the ones that I watch, you know, quarter digital videos that come out. I watch some Freddy. I don't even watch Freddy W anymore. I watch every Mr. Beast video. Mr. Beast's videos are wild, and I make sure to watch them because they are like YouTube events. They're crazy. But outside of those that I just named, I really don't watch YouTube with the exception of listening to like podcasts. I listen to some YouTube podcasts. But I know, it's weird though. I don't watch YouTube all that much. I cannot comment, like, and subscribe. I'm sorry. Just because I'm not going to be a sub for sub kind of like that. You don't really grow really that way. So I apologize. I only subscribe to like about... It's a small handful of channels because they're the top of the top that I want to have access to. Please stop asking, Zach. That is self-promotion, and I'm just saying there's a reason why we don't allow that into the Discord channel, and I'd say our Discord channel rules are also true here. And that's just because we can't have 1,000 people asking. We can't subscribe to 1,000 channels. That would be a mess. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to do is just... I gotta get Appa. You're good, Zach. Just letting you know. We got our rules for a reason. It's just because we can't handle that many people asking for it. It just becomes spam, unfortunately. Alright, reference files. Let's see if I can find an image of Appa. There we go. I mean, you know what? Yeah, I'll pull this in for color reference. Actually, I'm going to pull it into Photoshop for color reference because for some reason... I just can't seem to pick the color properly in Animate. I actually found online that people were complaining about that with the recent update that Animate's color picking thing was not working right.
Really?
Yeah. I wonder if you're not fully updated, maybe. Alright, I'm just gonna make a furry texture here. Alright, big shape. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pull the colors in. Should I put in the brown for his... I guess we should maybe get a little bit of his texture going on in here. Let's go ahead and pull the brown in, and I'm gonna make his back pattern. Oop, nope, let me paste that. Alright. Now we are nearly done. Oh, that was just the same color. It didn't change. Why is it not changing my color? Oh, wait, did it not copy? This color is almost white. It's just slightly yellow-white. Alright, happy with that. Let's go ahead and turn off everything but this. Why is there my pasted number? Great stuff. Let me fix this tiny edge down here. Okay. Whoa! 1 pixel apparently is now how wide that was. That was funny. Let's just make it 3,000. Alright, this is it. It's been a while. How long has the stream been going on? Since 9, right?
Yeah.
Whew, this one shot took us a long time. But it's good because it's our 3rd shot of the whole video. It is good to put a lot of quality into a shot like this. I actually just want to export 1 image. File. Export 1 image, please. Alright, we're gonna plop this in, and then you guys will get to see the final product of a stream's worth of work. Put this in animation renders. I'm gonna put this as save. Cool. Cancel. Good. Animate. Let's go. We're gonna find that file, bring it in. We're gonna go into renders, animation renders. Pull this up here. Nearly 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours for how much time? 1 second and 18 frames. Not even 2 seconds. That is how animation works, guys. This is why it takes us so long to make videos. Okay. So, at the minimum, I could at least parent this to Aang, and this might work. That looks really good, actually. I'm gonna add some shadows really cheaply here by doing a brightness and contrast effect. Alright. Let's go ahead and just add like a big old kind of thing. I don't even know. That looks good. That is better than not having any shadows, for sure. I could maybe add, like, something back here. Yeah, let's have, like, as if the shadow was actually being cast onto its back. It's kind of cool. Maybe I could add a highlight. That's what I need. Oh yeah, that highlight was huge. Good. Is this done now? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I think it's done. I press play. That is a smooth shot. Oh, I am so happy with the final result. This looks wonderful. Oh man. There's some weight to it. His head bobs with it. I love this. This is great. Hey everybody! Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining us as we finish another wonderful shot. I can go ahead and full screen this. We did it! Aang is a tough character to animate. We've got this whole, like, you know, this anime style is very, very tough and has a lot of fine details. And so, we're going along, moving along, and making more of this video happen. So I'm very excited to continue working on this throughout the month. Like we said, next Wednesday, this Wednesday, we're gonna start our Minecraft stream, and so we're gonna see. Even though I haven't played Minecraft in forever, and I will be in VR, which is a whole like set of controls to have to remember, we'll see if I can stay alive. and can make Bikini Bottom in Minecraft. It'll be very interesting to see as we start that process. And then we'll also start talking about maybe doing a movie night on Discord soon. Maybe we can do that, and it probably won't be on a streaming day. We might do that on like a Friday or something. We'll see. No promises on that just yet, but I'd love to do it. I'm just excited to try that. Finishing on August, really? If that that would be perfect. I would absolutely try to do that. Yeah, that's our goal. But I don't doubt that with time, maybe we find that we fall behind a little bit. We'll see. But we got a lot of talented people working for us on other pieces of this content, such as backgrounds and whatnot. So we don't have a plan for the movie night yet. We will announce that when we have it finally planned, because we have to figure out, first off, if we have access to Sonic 2 anyways. But yeah, thank you all for joining me, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Without further ado, I am Jonathan, and I am signing off. Bye!